Good evening, everyone. This is our fourth day of AICTE Atal Faculty Development Program on Advancements in IoT and AI for Smart Cities, Green Mobility, and SDG-driven urban transformation. This faculty development program is organized by Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, Studyville College of Engineering, Coimbatore. Today, we are going to have two sessions. Our first session is conducted by Dr. D. Surendran. We welcome back you, sir. Sir, you can take over the session.
Very good evening, participants. And outset, I thank for giving me opportunity, and I shall directly present to the session. So I'm audible and I'm visible.
Yes, sir. You're audible and the screen is visible, sir.
So welcome back, and this title and theme is very appropriate as these things might not be noticed until it comes into existence. Like for that particular reason, I wanted to share one of my experience that some 4 or 5 years back, when I was watching to an Amazon tech video. So there was a fact saying that by 2030, all industries, all sectors, and all verticals and horizontals now currently will be obsolete and will be taking a new dimension, meaning the conventional technologies will get outdated. So at that particular point, it was really stunning to me, and I was also awestruck. And later, in few past 4 or 5 years, we have been seeing vast horizons or polarity change in every domains. Anyone can just share your experience and your ideologies, like how radically things have changed. So for particular reason, this UPI payments. Now India is the largest user of UPI payments. Likewise, can anyone tell about the remarkable changes where the older technologies, older media and methodologies are changed to the digital compartments and now? Any idea? Well, I'll just give a hint or a clue. Now, slowly we are moving in the automobile industry. The conventional fuels are replaced with EVs. Solar is going to be or electric. Green energy is going to be the next major wave. It's going to radically change all walks of life. When coming to this IT infrastructure kind of stuff, nobody wants to own assets, IT, no longer. Until you have cloud, like everything is virtual and you can lease them. It's not necessary to provide your cloud. So the same thing happens. It's going to take a wave. It's going to have a generation. So in that particular case, the cyber security, smart cities and smart infrastructures and digital connected stuffs are going to be digital twins and kind of things. These are going to be the next future. Maybe in a decade. By now, decade will be in a larger time. So we are moving or migrating slowly towards that particular plane. So in today's topic, it is cybersecurity and resilience in smart infrastructure. So in the previous discussion, we were talking about digital twin. So digital twin is one way of where we convert the physical thing or city into a virtual or digital twin. And everywhere, like we'll be having the real stuff and we'll be having the digital stuff. And everywhere, everything is connected, and that's data, protocols, messages, information, everything really flowing around. So an explosion of data and everything will be in wires and over the air. And now security is mandate and resilience is also mandate. So with this beginning note, we'll go to the session. So this will be my agenda, not be sticking to the topics, and I will move to them. So definition and core concepts of what is cybersecurity and cyber resilience in smart infrastructure. Real world applications and examples. How currently that gives you an idea of visualizing stuff. And key concepts and technologies towards it. And alignment with SDGs. And real-time or prominent projects and initiatives with examples. Initiatives, statistics, and ongoing projects, and future trends, challenges, and conclusion. So now we'll start with, so the topic is, we can split it into three things. First is smart infrastructure, and second one is cybersecurity in smart infrastructure, and resilience and cyber resilience in smart infrastructure. We'll plan that way. So, so smart infrastructure refers to systems, energy grids, water treatment, transportation, buildings, integrated with sensors, IoT, AI, and network control, enabling the real-time data, automation, and operational efficiency. So this is the definition. I'll go to this smart infrastructure. Is it visible, right?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
You are able to hear the audio? You are able to hear the audio? Ma'am, are you able to hear the video? I mean, video and audio?
So video is clear, sir. Audio we are not getting, sir.
One second. Let me switch to the different mode. Come back to stop sharing. Yeah, give it a bit time.
Clean energy. And let's use data and simulation to create better charging infrastructure while we're at it.
That's better.
Can we do something to make the city more livable?
Can we do something about this?
For sure. How about using software and AI to stabilize the grid and speed up the shift to clean energy? And let's use data and simulation to create better charging infrastructure while we're at it.
That's better.
Can we do something to make the city more livable?
Well, yeah. How about using a digital twin to transform buildings to be smarter and more energy efficient? Check it out.
Now we're talking.
So that was one example of the smart infrastructure, and here is that, like, it is going to connect more specifically. Well, we'll see what is a smart structure. First, we'll get an idea about what's a smart structure.
In over 100 years, not much has changed with reinforced concrete. No longer. Sensor technology and the Internet of Things is revolutionizing concrete structures. FDOT and the University of Florida took the lead in developing technology to embed sensors within concrete. Smart Structures acquired and developed this technology further along with the ecosystem of wireless gateways and software. With 8 technology patents, recognition by FHWA and DOTs, Smart Structures sensors are present in over 100 bridges in the USA. Smart Structures started with the most important but the weakest link in transportation infrastructure, bridges. Their vulnerability is high and the safety stakes extremely high. Smart Structures started with embedding sensors in concrete piles used in bridge foundations. When piles are hammered into the earth at forces greater than 100 Gs, Smart Structures' embedded sensors just keep working, beaming out data that precisely measures a slew of parameters that assure contractors and owners of the load capacity and integrity of the bridge foundation. Post-construction, the sensors continue to stream data, facilitating intelligent asset management through the life cycle. The skill and know-how of smart structures and embedded sensors, along with the civil engineering domain expertise of sister company Radis International, is a potent combination to deliver connectivity to infrastructure in the present and the future. Looking 20 years ahead, the transportation system will transform significantly, especially with the prevalence of autonomous vehicles. Speeds will be faster, vehicular density will be higher, automation will be greater. Safety will continue to be the dominant issue for the sector, and communication between vehicle, passenger, and infrastructure will be critical to enhancing safety and optimizing the utilization of assets. When the time comes for transport infrastructure to speak with vehicles and passengers and provide real-time data to enable automated and human decisions, smart structures will be ahead of the game in embedding sensors for connected concrete structures. Smart structures. Infrastructure connected.
So you're getting an idea? So a smart structure, smart infrastructure, more specifically, we have started with smart structure. And then like, here is again your smart infrastructure.
The rise of smart cities marks a new era of urban development. Cities are evolving, smart cities offer solutions to these challenges by using technology to manage resources and services more effectively. Smart cities are not just a futuristic vision, urban ecosystem is the foundation of any. A smart infrastructure is the foundation of any smart city. It refers to the interconnected systems and technologies that collect, analyze, and act on data. This data is used to improve urban services and infrastructure. Smart infrastructure encompasses various elements, including smart grids, intelligent transportation systems, and smart water management. It also includes environmental monitoring and public safety systems. All these elements work together to create a more efficient, sustainable, and resilient city. By integrating digital technologies into traditional infrastructure, smart cities can optimize resource allocation, enhance service delivery, and improve the overall quality of life for their citizens. Several key technologies drive the development of smart infrastructure. The Internet of Things, or IoT, plays a crucial role by connecting devices and sensors across the city, enabling real-time data collection and analysis. Artificial intelligence, or AI, is another critical technology. It analyzes vast amounts of data generated by IoT sensors, helping to identify patterns, make predictions, and automate decision-making processes. This leads to more efficient and responsive urban services. Big data analytics is essential for managing and interpreting the massive data sets generated by smart infrastructure. By extracting insights from this data, city planners can make informed decisions to improve urban planning, resource management, and service delivery. Section 4: Transforming Urban Life: Benefits and Success Stories of Smart Cities. Smart infrastructure brings numerous benefits to urban life. One significant advantage is increased efficiency. By optimizing resource allocation, smart cities can reduce waste and improve service delivery. Sustainability is another key benefit. Smart cities use technology to monitor and manage environmental factors. This includes air quality, water consumption, and energy usage. This helps create a cleaner and more sustainable urban environment. Examples of successful smart city projects can be found worldwide. Singapore is renowned for its intelligent traffic management system. Barcelona has implemented smart lighting and waste management solutions. These cities demonstrate the transformative potential of smart infrastructure. Section 5: Integrating Smart Buildings. A crucial piece of the smart city puzzle. Smart buildings are integral to the smart city ecosystem. They are equipped with sensors and intelligent systems. These systems control and optimize various building functions. This includes energy consumption, lighting, and security. Integrating smart buildings into the broader smart city framework enhances efficiency and sustainability. For instance, smart buildings can communicate with the smart grid. They can optimize energy consumption based on demand and availability. Moreover, data from smart buildings can be shared with city authorities. This data can be used to improve urban planning, resource allocation, and emergency response. The integration of smart buildings is crucial for creating a truly interconnected and intelligent urban environment. Section 6. Challenges on the path to smartness, cybersecurity, and data privacy. While smart infrastructure offers significant benefits, it also presents challenges. One major concern is cybersecurity. As cities become more reliant on interconnected systems, they become vulnerable to cyber attacks. Data privacy is another critical issue. Smart cities collect vast amounts of data about their citizens. Protecting this data from unauthorized access and misuse is crucial. Robust cybersecurity measures and data privacy regulations are essential to address these challenges. Cities must invest in secure infrastructure. They must also implement strong data encryption and access control mechanisms. Furthermore, engaging the public in discussions about data privacy and ensuring transparency in data collection practices is paramount. Section 7, the future of smart infrastructure innovation and collaboration for sustainable cities. The future of smart infrastructure is full of potential. Advancements in AI, IoT, and data analytics will continue to drive innovation. This will lead to even more sophisticated and interconnected urban environments. Collaboration between governments, technology providers, and citizens will be crucial. It will foster innovation and ensure that smart city initiatives benefit all members of society. By embracing new technologies and working together, we can create cities that are not only smart but also sustainable, resilient, and inclusive. The journey towards becoming a truly smart city is ongoing. It requires a long-term vision, continuous investment, and a commitment to creating urban environments that enhance the quality of life for all.
So here is where, like, having briefed about what is a smart infrastructure, how does envision, what are the challenges, and inbuilt whenever you have digital into it, like naturally the cyber security and cyber resilience to be there. So that's going to be the major topic of discussion. So now here is where the idea of the smart infrastructure. Now here is the place like. So this is from Siemens. Siemens is the market player, the global market player in the smart infrastructure. So here, to provide the smart infrastructure, they're providing smartness to buildings, electrification, and grids. And these are all some examples of how, and they're just going to create the what do you call the digital twins. So the smart infrastructure continues to send. It's a pure Italian thing. So here it talks about the energy grid. It's in Trieste. So there they have created a twin, and that has made the Siemens smart infrastructure. So next is the Milan. So building a smart energy efficient landmark. So this is called as Coima, a leader in the investment development management of the real estate assets on institutional as a long-term starting partnership with Milana's Nuova district. So the goal is to transform the 45,000 square feet 11-story asset into a smart and energy efficient property. So the 65-year-old building is set to demonstrate exceptional environmental performance through its 40 commercial tenants by reducing energy consumption by approximately 60% and CO2 emissions by 2,000 tons on an annual basis. Now, we have never dreamt about these kind of stuffs. We have never thought about these kind of stuffs. Yes. So supposing you say if you have a commercial complex, it is possible for me at any moment to get to know about the strength of the building, how long it will persist, what is going to be the shear and stress or the test stress and the vibration test, and what exactly is a real thing, how wind is going to monitor. The next one is again in Siemens Smart Infrastructure, they are supplying DB Energy with software to modernize operations. This is in the railway sector. So these are all few things. So this I've shared this particular link, so you can go through each one of them. So here is again like how this smart infrastructure is provided, and later Siemens has a platform that is called as accelerator. It's called as accelerator. So Siemens Accelerator is an open digital business platform designed to meet decision needs. So from 1% startup to the largest global enterprise, companies in every industry are using Siemens Accelerator portfolio and its cloud-enabled extension. And they are providing this accelerator as a service. So here, this accelerator software provides you to create the smart infrastructure and digital tools. So, here it creates this accelerator, provides you to create a twin, and it is also possible to create customizable and personalized solutions, and it is open modern ecosystem. Now here are the it is provided as a service. You don't need to do anything, so you can directly connect to the cloud and get all these things. So it provides like in the spectrum mechanical. It may include mechanical things. It may have electronics things, provision to simulation, manufacturing operations, IoT analytics applications. It's again like convergence. So seeming to say that like what happens is I can foresee, or I can just explain this as an extension to your IoT. So IoT is limited. Your digital twins and smart cities are on a larger scale. So IoT is in a larger scale. So it provides automation, mobility, software, and the asset management. So this is accelerator. Now coming back. So this is where we have shown about smart infrastructure. What is a smart infrastructure, how it works, and all that stuff. So we see how these smart infrastructures, what are the things that are to be provided in a smart infrastructure. So fundamentally, it's a broad term. It has a inclusion of range of technologies and applications designed to make cities, transportation systems, and energies and other critical infrastructure. Wherever the physical infrastructure is there, it is digitized and connected, and it is trackable, and it be able to be controllable, and it is efficient, sustainable, and responsive to the needs of citizens. So at its core, smart infrastructure relies on integration of several key technologies. More specifically, the three major things are IoT, analytics, and AI. So in addition to that, like whenever you have IoT, sensors are in place. So we have seen the smart structure where when building a bridge or when building a civil structure, it is embedded with a sensor, and in real time, it is possible to get to know it's working. So, and then, so how it is going to here is that like data analytics and IoT can help cities and organizations optimize their operations, reduce waste, and improve resource allocation. And it enhances the decision making also and improves citizen engagement. So here it provides predictive maintenance, energy management, and traffic management. So here you can use them for smart cities and urban planning, transportation and logistics, energy management and sustainability. Now here is where the thing is like the spectrum, where it is used as smart listing, waste management, and public safety. And in transportation, smart traffic management, ideas, autonomous vehicles. In energy management, smart grids, building energy management, energy storage. Like as I told you in the previous case, like what are the challenges is that to provide all these things, you need to have a broader bandwidth. So 5G should be mandated. And it should be possible to have edge, like where you have devices, the devices should be able to connect. So that is your edge computing. And potentially to strengthen the security, you will implement blockchain. So the challenges and limitations as live, it is going to be the topic, that is your cybersecurity risks. And data management, this will be challenging, and interoperability. So because this is in its nascent stages. So what will be the strategies for the successful implementation and integration of the smart infrastructure will be? So we need to have a clear vision and strategy, and to invest in data management and analytics, and providing collaboration and partnerships. So this is in brief about how you go for smart infrastructure. So here, coming to the cyber security and cyber resilience. Now, inherently, more specifically, every system is now connected. It's having what do you call the sensors in them. The data are collected every now and then. So, and then the data is crunched, and not only the government and the regulatory authorities are managing them, we are providing the citizens also to access them. So now it is by definitely it is the mandatory thing or implicit thing to provide that is prone to cybersecurity and cyber resilience. So what do you mean by we understand what is cybersecurity and what is cyber resilience? So in security, we automate discovery, visibility, and risk assessment. In resilience, we assume that shadow IT misuse and data misclassifications are happening right now. So we are assuming. So in security, we build strong perimeter and implement best practices and cloud configuration security. For example, in some corporates and even in some places, they'll have well-established security principles. They don't allow any digital devices. Some companies will be able to work only in their laptops. They don't allow third parties on laptops kind of stuff. So that is where is the cloud configuration security. In resilience, we realize that threats may already be inside in your network and go threat hunting. And next in security is continually manage vulnerabilities and keep systems patched. In resilience, we provide tools that rapidly respond to zero-day attacks. So it is kind of we never try to make an cybersecurity attack possible. So that you call it as zero emission, zero carbon kind of steps. So that is the ideal case. So in resilience, we go to try the zero attacks. And then in security, maintain compliance with best practices and regulatory standards for here it is that we follow the well-established industry standards and stuff related to it. And in resilience, use intelligent solutions like disruption technologies. Here disruption is very, we continuously monitor the system and proactively provide defense mechanisms, and we foresee and assume threats, and if supposing that happens, how to defend them, how to escalate them. So that is also be in one part of the resilience. So to safeguard sensitive systems. For example, most of critical systems, more specifically, I'm not sure, I will be a majority of from IT background or from other domains also. Are the participants majorly from IT or they will be from different branches of engineering? Am I audible? Have you heard about real-time systems? Am I here? Able to follow me? I want to cross check. Yes, am I audible? Is everything fine? You're able to follow?
Yes, sir. Audible, sir.
Okay, thank you. So here, in security, we have incident response and disaster recovery tools and systems in place. Here, we practice incident response and disaster recovery and conduct regular pen tests. So, this is what the difference between your cyber security and cyber resilience. And now, this is one particular step by step or a broader picture of providing a cyber security. So here, this is from the National Cybersecurity Governance of UK. They have given, this is your National Cybersecurity Center of UK. So they are providing a 10-step to cybersecurity, establishing the cybersecurity. So here, I'll make it as full screen. Is visible? So here, this first, this is a cycle. So happens in an evolutionary phase. So here we determine the risk appetite and make cyber risk a priority for your board and produce supporting risk management policies. So this is where is the wheel of cybersecurity. So here, defining and communicating the information or the enterprise, the risk is central to your organization overall cybersecurity strategy. So here, this particular NCSC is providing 9 areas in order to protect any business against your cyber attacks. So the first one is providing a network security, providing a network from attack, defend the network perimeter, filter out unauthorized access and malicious content, monitor and test security controls. So this is very, very important. So then your user education and awareness, produce user security policies governing acceptable and secure use of systems, include in-staff training, maintain awareness of cyber risks. Now here is where the thing is that, like in any business or any organization, everyone will be having a well-established authorization principle. For say, most of the cases you will not be able to access certain critical resources, or more specifically, that's very established security policies and principles in place. You cannot do anything. So if it is done, if say the systems will be safeguarded in such a way, or more specifically in certain spaces you will not be able to browse other than your company sites and assets. You will not be able to access anything beyond it. So include training. You need to give the education and awareness about cybersecurity to the internal stakeholders. Then malware prevention. So produce relevant policies and establish anti-malware defenses across your organizations, and removable media controls. So it is never, more specifically in business houses, you will be able to carry hard disks and your pen drives. So produce a policy to control all access to removable media, limit media types and use, scan all media for malware before importing onto the corporate system. And then fifth step is to secure configuration. So apply security patches and ensure the security configuration of all system is maintained, create a system inventory, and define a baseline build for all devices. So that's very, very important. Now, every individual element, every server, right from your servers, your data centers, your hubs, your individual desktops, your routers, switches, connectivity structures, everything will be provided with a configuration. The security policy means what are the do's and what are the don'ts, and how periodically it's monitored, and if in case any threat is there, how it is mitigated. So that is the main objective. So then the sixth step will be managing user privileges. As I told you, like who has the privilege to what? Establish effective management process and limit the number of privileged accounts. So as I told you, like there will be a super user or admin, and the admin is responsible, and the users will be given only the needed or required access to them. So other than that, you will not be given any access to any of the regions. So that is your limit privileges, and monitor the user activity, and you control the access to activity and audit logs. That's every now and then we go and scan them, and if any anomaly there, immediately we just escalate them kind of things. Incident management, establish an incident response and disaster recovery capability, test the management plans, provide specialist training, report criminal incidents to law enforcement. If any kind of, that is your cybersecurity wing, or the digital security cybersecurity wing is very, very prone and be will be thronging with the cases, even now in India. And then is your monitoring. Establish a monitoring strategy and produce supporting policies. Continuously monitor all systems and networks. Analyze logs for unusual activity that could indicate an attack. So this is the 9th step. The next one is home and mobile working. Develop a mobile working policy and train staff to adhere to it. Apply the secure baseline and build all to all devices. Protect data both in transit and at rest. So this is the 10th step for your cybersecurity by NCSC. Now, coming to the cybersecurity, we go to see the difference between your cybersecurity and your cyber resilience. So here in cybersecurity, we talk about network security, endpoint protection, data encryption, security awareness and training, and incident response and management. So here we establish a security policy and provide that every endpoint and every data is encrypted, decrypted, and all kind of stuff. The keys are shared, etc. And we periodically give the awareness and training. And then we have your incident responses and management. Whereas in cyber resilience, the first step is preparedness. So we are prepared to any risk. Now here we are trying to limit, or we are trying to curtail and kind of stuff. Now here I am anticipating and then I am ever prepared at any point. The second one is that immediately at the time of happening, it detects. And the third one is the response at the earliest, without any delay. The next one is recovery and then adaptation. So here, in this case, in cybersecurity, we have strong policies, principles, audits, and periodic check and kind of stuff. And if anything happens, you record it in the log and maintain it forever. Now here in resilience, if once that happens, the next time the system will automatically handle that particular system, or will do the the analysis, the complete and detailed brute force analysis of the entire stuff, and will prevent again that stuff happens. So here is the difference and how it is being integrated in both cases. So till then it gets loaded like a. So we'll come to this. Here to get an about, I'll come back to this again later in the Indian perspective. So these are the key concepts and technologies to provide the cybersecurity and cyber resilience in smart infrastructure. Like a recap, we started with seeing what is a smart infrastructure, more specifically smart structure and smart infrastructure. And then I've shown you Siemens is a leading player in providing this smart infrastructure, and the platform called as Accelerator, which can be used to build, monitor, and do all kind of management life cycle with them. And then few examples. And then we have seen cyber security and cyber resilience. What's the difference? First one is like policies and methods and procedures. Resilience is trying to mitigate before it. Right? Now we are going to look into the key concepts and technologies. So we have a architecture called as a zero trust architecture. A trust nothing by default, continuously verify access for users and devices. So that is very important. And AI and machine learning enable real-time threat detection, anomaly identification, and response automation. Mandatorily using blockchain. So it secures data integrity and authentication in smart city applications like smart grids and transports. Till now, blockchain is proven to be untamperable and it is open. It is still now it will not be able to compromise. And again, with quantum computing into the place, again it is again a big question. We have to wait and see how this blockchain will sustain for the challenges. And security automation protocols. So automates incident response workflows to speed resolution. So whenever your any threat or attack happens, it needs to be resolved immediately. Then quantum resistant cryptography. I was telling about quantum resistance. The quantum resistant cryptography and PQC prepare smart devices such as smart meters for threats post quantum computing. And then we have to provide layered security and network segmentation. So build defense in depth through segregation and secure access controls. So these are the key technologies, a few, to provide your cyber security and cyber resilience in smart infrastructure. So these are all your real world applications and examples. So here I come to the smart infrastructure development and then the Indian context, who are all the leading players in thing. So here, so this is the smart infrastructure, the roadmap to resilient urban development. So here in Indian context, like here, it is an integrated framework of digital technology, sustainable practices, and inclusive planning that aims to build resilient urban ecosystems. The main focus is your smart cities mission. It's launched by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, extended till March 2025. So as of 2024, the smart city mission has witnessed the completion of 7,352 out of 8,066 projects. So accounting to 1.47 lakh crore of total sanctioned 1.654. Smart infrastructure in Indian cities now prominently features integrated command control centers, operation in all 100 smart cities. They provide AI, IoT, and big data analytics to monitor and manage key urban services such as traffic, solid waste management, waste distribution, etc. Public safety has been considerably enhanced with the installation of over 76,000 CCTV cameras, 3,000 public audio systems, and nearly 2,000 emergency call buses. And a strong convergence of technology and governance to provide safer and responsive cities. So the mobility infrastructure has also seen a dramatic transformation. Over 12,000 kilometers of smart roads and more than 2,500 kilometers of cycle lines have been developed. And coming to the intelligent transport management system, and it's providing the traffic regulation, congestion, and public transit reliability. To some extent, affordable housing also. And more than 45,000 dwelling units constructed and thousands of rooms created in night shelters and hostels to provide urban poor. The union budget of 2025 has boosted the momentum by sanctioning 1 lakh crore for Urban Challenge Fund. So this fund aims to support innovative, climate-resilient urban projects with about 25% in the viability gap. So parallelly, the National Industrial Corridor Development Program, NICDP, have additionally sanctioned 12 smart industrial cities, including Agra and Prayagraj, as the future-ready manufacturing hubs with sustainable planning. So here, you can see the policies. So these are the government policies. At a later case, you can just go and look at the policies towards sustainability, climate change, etc., etc. Smart city project related. And then your sector reports. So what are the sector reports of various healthcare, renewable energy, environment, biodiversity, industry 4.0, etc., etc. pertaining to your smart infrastructure, and then your analysis reports. So this is on breaks and kind of G7 summits, strategic investment landscape, and all these things about your smart infrastructure. So this can be found here. Point of time, I'm just skipping them. And then about your real business. So here, these are the things that are done for the growth of your smart infrastructure. Now, having seen this smart infrastructure and cybersecurity, and I'm toggling back again. So we'll see who are on the top 10 companies for smart infrastructure. So these are the top 10. I told you Siemens to be the world leader in smart infrastructure. And now the top best Indian companies for smart infrastructures are L&T. So it's for the thing is that it enables smart buildings and energy efficient systems that game changers in sustainable development. Tata Projects, a division of Tata Group, has earned a reputation. Tata Projects is helping to redefine urban living in India. Their expertise lies in integrating advanced technologies to traditional infrastructure such as automated traffic control, smart lighting, water management system. Then your Wipro Infrastructure Engineering. So Wipro Infrastructure Engineering has expanded its portfolio to include smart infrastructure solutions, leveraging its expertise in automation and IoT. And they develop innovative systems for urban management, intelligent building management, predictive maintenance technologies. They're all available. So Wipro provides for creating smart and sustainable urban spaces. Next is the Adani Group. So they are also contributing towards integrating IoT and AI into infrastructure projects. They work on green energy, intelligent transport systems, and water recycling, making them a leader in the sector. Then you have Godrej and Boyce. So they are pioneer in sustainable and infrastructure solutions. So more specifically, they are into energy efficient buildings, smart appliances, and IoT-enabled home automation systems. They are open to eco-friendly and technology-advanced solutions, perfectly with the objective of smart infrastructures and sustainability. Infosys also plays in digital services and has been implementing into the transportation systems, e-governance platforms, data-driven urban planning, enhancing the quality of life in urban. Hence, next comes the seventh, Mahindra Lifespace Developers. So it's a prominent name in real estate and infrastructure sector. The company specializes in smart residential and commercial spaces that incorporate IoT-enabled systems for energy management, security, and automation. They focus on green buildings, certifications. So it's very, very important. And sustainable development underscores its commitments to smart and eco-friendly infrastructures. Now here, like urban, smart and urban and eco-friendly are contradictory. Because whenever you build giant structures, you're just going to draw more resources into them. And naturally, we are just going to take away the natural geography of that particular thing. And how we provide this eco-friendly infrastructure is, now here we go, later I'll show you if time permits. China provides vertical farming. Every buildings are now become green buildings. Green buildings meaning say that like what happens if in say or a locality of few 2 square kilometers and you have a urban smart city and the 2 square kilometer has trees and structures and water saving everything in it. So that is what I mean by eco-friendly infrastructure. Next is Siemens. Siemens is a global leader in technology and infrastructure solutions. They are into automation, energy management, and intelligent mobility. So it's a vital player in the infrastructure sector. Siemens innovative solutions such as smart grids, intelligent building management systems, and digital twins are transforming urban landscapes across India. So they are pioneering. They are pioneering into here. Then we have Reliance Industries. So they are the industrial landscapes. So digital service arms, because they have the largest or the next to Apple, Bharti Telecom, this Reliance has the strongest ISP backbone. So they Geo platform, Reliance Industries introduced IoT-enabled solution for smart homes, connected devices, and urban management systems. Now, why we have to see here as Reliance as to be watched here is that they have foreseed things. They have started the fiber optic laying some 10 years back. So it started Geo and kind of stuff started. Reliance started this telecom around 2010 around. 2002, 2003, anyway, 20 years they came. Even then, they started using fiber optic cables, foreseeing the need of the greater bandwidths in the future because the bandwidths double every year. And then they are going to be what you call the backbone or the nerve or the central system for in Indian perspective. Then it's focused on integrating technology into everyday infrastructure. So that's this very, very important. And smart cities. Next is your Havels. Now, it's a leading of electrical and automation solutions. It's a key contributor to smart infrastructure. So they provide IoT-enabled smart appliances, energy-efficient lighting systems, intelligent control solutions, and essential components for modern urban spaces. Havel's commitment to sustainability and innovation positions as a front runner in the industry. So here, these are the big players in smart infrastructure in India. So here, again, it is like the high initial cost, lack of skilled workforce, and fragmented urban planning are the challenges. And it's through government support, public-private partnerships, and advancements, these challenges can be addressed efficiently. So the opportunities in the smart infrastructures are vast, ranging from the development of smart cities to the modernization of existing urban systems. Companies that invest in innovation and sustainability will undoubtedly play a crucial role in shaping India's futures. So this is in brief. So then we'll come back again to the real world applications and examples. So this one I've missed it. So we have seen about your cyber security. Now I'll come back to the cyber resilience. So in the cyber resilience, when you're providing a cyber resilience framework, so this should be your the plane and level, a solid. So the reality of cybersecurity is simple: breaches will occur, and reactivity will always be there. The losing strategy. Having a cyber resilience framework shifts the focus from preventing attacks to ensure readiness, mitigating the impact, and driving a shift towards return of operations. Now, if a threat happens, threat will occur. Immediately, with no time, I'll be able to mitigate it and I'll make the system come into the picture. Some few months back, Microsoft has had an downtime with the blue screen. Has anyone noticed it? Maybe some 8 months back. So that was the case. So with the average data breach costing millions, cyber resilience is no longer optional, it is mandate. So how do we translate cyber resilience into actionable steps? So here we need to have a framework. So here, how we create a cyber resilience framework? So because the central topic is cybersecurity and cyber resilience. So because the cyber resilience framework provides structured approach to prepare for and manage and recover. So this is your resilience. What do you mean by resilience is we are prepared, and if in case we have an attack, we will manage and recover. So here the cybersecurity concentrates on preventing breaches, and here a resilience recognizes that attacks are sometimes inevitable. It builds on preventative measures. The preventative measures with a comprehensive focus on incident response and business continuity planning. So this is the cyber resilience framework. So here, the controls you need and the maturity levels and how we are embedding them. So these are all what you call it as, we have the core, we have the baseline, we have the extended. So cyber resilience in the core level, cyber resilience in the baseline level, and cyber resilience in the extended level. And next is your embedded. So how it is going to be embedded. One second. Sorry. So here we'll start with the controls we need, like what are the things you need to manage and protect. So the thing is that, like, deploy technologies, process and controls designed to protect systems, networks and data from cyber attacks. To what extent they are implemented, the controls are implemented to manage the risks specific to our organization. And to identify and detect, develop an early response system to identify risks through regular audits and testings. The extent to which you have implemented security monitoring and active detection controls. Respond and recover plan, how we are prepared to respond to incidents, minimize their impact and recover to full functionality. Govern and assure, the extent to which you are taking actions to achieve cybersecurity governance and oversight. Now here, we need to have the cyber essentials. This is bare minimum. In the core level, protecting against common cyber attacks, the basic cybersecurity controls you need to implement as an absolute minimum. So the ISO 27001 is the standard. Then coming to the baseline, that is still a higher level, integrating cybersecurity into your operational business by creating a framework for cyber risk management. So ISO 22301, ISO 27035, and 27036, 27017, and 27018. So this is for your operational business and risk management specifications. Still extending, securing suppliers and services and managing the continuity of business operations. Now here we're just going to say 27014 and your cyber governance framework. So here is your cyber risk management framework and this is your cyber governance framework. So then having the core, migrating to baseline and extending your cyber resilience framework, we're going to embed. So integrating your program into the wider business objectives. So this is how your cyber resilience happens. So is it clear? Any queries? Are you able to follow? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now, having seen, these are the frameworks. We have seen smart structure, smart infrastructure, the buildings, the overview of a smart infrastructure. Then into that, like cyber security and cyber resilience. And in that due course, we have seen the major players who are all into this particular plane and Indian context, and what are all the basic things that are available. So now coming to the alignment with SDG goals. So here we need to identify, protect, detect, respond, and recover in case of the cyber security and cyber resilience. So we need to have cross SDG initiatives, cyber for good. So this is an effort by International Telecommunication Union of Korea. They build cybersecurity capacity in least developed countries and small island development states, and supporting SDG 4 for education, and 9 for infrastructure, 16 for strong institutions, and 17 for partnerships. And for SDG 16, peace, justice, and strong institutions, trustworthy public service, rule of law in cyberspace, secure, resilient infrastructure, reduce downtime, protect lives, preserves essential services, and enable sustainable urban development. Now, here is where the real picture happens. Now, what happens if you say in a smart infrastructure or a smart city where the power, essentials, more specifically, say, waste management, the drainage, everything is controlled by the system. And what happens if an attack happens? So that will be very catastrophic. So that's very, very, very important to have the resilience here in the picture. No longer we are going to talk about security. Resilience is very, very important. So we call it to be immediate response. We call them as hard real time. So the real-time and the prominent projects and the initiative examples. Singapore, as we have discussed in the previous session, Virtual Singapore, it's a country scale digital twin used for planning, emergency simulations and operations, security and access controls. And then Smart Nation, it's a wide set of smart city systems with national level security and anti-scam outreach governance. And the Ministry of Information of Singapore, or more specifically the e-commerce wing, they were the first in the world to work about anti-money laundering. You cannot do money laundering in Singapore, not even a single penny, it goes out of the loop. In India, that's your talked about your ICCC and ICC Data Center Advisory Smart City Emissions. So the central program issues advisories and guidelines for cyber hygiene and resilience in city command centers. Certain has published focused guidance for smart city infrastructure. So we have seen the policy documents also. Coming to the European Union, the ENISA. The ENISA is one organization. It reports on member state resilience plans, monitors threats, and coordinates defensive practices across critical infrastructure sectors. USA, the CASA, the Cyber Infrastructure Alliance. So the Infrastructure Resilience Planning Framework, the Cyber Security Framework for critical infrastructure are the US government cornerstones for planning and resilience exercises. So if time permits, if they're there, I'll just go and see this IRBF also. So Infrastructure Resilience Planning Framework, right? So that may give you a more in-depth about either to Inisia and IRPF. So to get a real insight of how it does. So coming to the project systems and details and statistics in the perspective of smart infrastructures, more specifically with cybersecurity and cyber resilience. Taking the US water system, like approximately 193 million people served and 97 systems with high risk vulnerabilities, 211 with medium and low risks. They have the details of the system. UK CNI cyber funding. So 1 billion euros committed. 66% of water per energy providers attacked in 2024. So this is a clear idea of how prone these particular systems and what is the need of the cyber resilience here. Coming to NOA assessment of UK, 58 systems with cyber gaps, underinvestments or staffing or understaffing or issues. Then smart building market forecasted to grow by $127 billion by 2027. 57% of IoT devices vulnerable to medium or high threats. These are the planes, or these are the gray areas, or more specifically, we can take it as strength, risk as well as an opportunity also. The smart contender, a full city scale IoT testbed for experimentation. Then is your smart substation resilience. So it is SDN and IDS. So that is your intrusion detection system testbed that shows improved operational resilience. Now here we do a kind of a real-time, simulation. That's the basis of your digital twin in the perspective of attacks. Maybe it may be active attack, or maybe your mock attacks or pilot attacks to get to know how it will happen. So these are the things. Now, recent statistics of the threat picture. There are high incident volumes in ENISIAs. So in the threat landscape of 2024, 11,079 publicly disclosed incidents of cyber attacks. So in the time frame of June 2023 to July 2024. The ransom and availability focused attacks, more specifically on direct denial of attack service, disruption of services, remain the top concerns as per the reports of ENISA 2024. Then systemic cyber risk rising. The World Economic Forum's Global Security Outlook 2025 highlights growing interdependence across national cyber ecosystems, warning that incidents increasingly carry economic and geopolitical consequences. It's a major threat as alarmed by World Economic Forum 2025. Then attack growth trend. So industry trackers noted approximately 30% increase in attacks between 2023 quarter 2 and 2024 quarter 2, sector by vendor dependent. Associated breach costs and operational disruptions are climbing. So as per the Cobalt Tech Radar report of 2024. Skills and readiness gaps, the major leader comp. So surveys from CompTIA, Fortinet and others show that many organizations continue to suffer breaches despite investments, citing persistent talent shortages and weak integration in IT and IoT security, a critical issue for cities and utilities. Now here is where the threat and the large picture, as I told you. So every now and then this is a new technology, it is going to emerge, and it needs precision equipments. Whenever you have equipments, it is connected with infrastructure, open networks, and we need to have proper manpower that is trying to handle them. And there are phones. So these are all the major threat picture of implementation of smart infrastructure, or more specifically, how this cybersecurity and cyber resilience will be a major thing. Now here, this picture is again the cybersecurity risk framework. So here it says that these are all the major things. The cyber threat intelligence and analysis platform, cyber competitions and awareness programs, privacy by design, cyber response and vigilance, digital trust platforms, and they are pillared by the availability, confidentiality, integrity, resilience, and safety. Now, the resilience is newly added. Now, this is the integrated cyber security risk framework. Now, earlier, cyber security was different, and cyber resilience was different. Now, resilience is also incorporated. More specifically, they are hybrided more, we call them sandwiched into one. So this is one wheel which talks about them. So I made them in a small picture to be put in this slide. We can just zoom it and see them. Then the initiative statistics and ongoing projects. So any queries? Are you able to follow? I'm a bit fast, or I don't get any prompts. Is it okay? You're able to follow? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Sir, are you moving the slides, sir?
Yes.
No, sir. Here we are not having. Here the slides are not moving.
Which slide you are now currently, ma'am? One second.
Sir?
No. Now is it visible?
Yes, sir. We are in 23rd.
Yeah. So this is
Okay.
initiative, statistics, and ongoing projects, right? The title is initiative, statistics, and ongoing projects, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. You're able to follow, ma'am?
Yes, sir. We are able to.
Okay. So now, coming to the initiatives, statistics, and ongoing projects in the arena of cybersecurity and cyber resilience in smart infrastructures, European Union and UK, so NIS2 enforcement from October 2024 onwards for essential entities, UK's PBA and secure connected places frameworks, 1 billion allocated to CNI cyber defense in June 2025. The United States and Texas launched $135.5 million command at UT San Antonio plus a cyber threat intelligence center. Chattanooga's EPB is deploying a 22 million quantum computer operation by 2026 to enhance infrastructure cybersecurity. Now, they are anticipating this quantum into the picture. When quantum computing comes into the picture, all the current cyber systems will be challenged, will be bypassed. So this is one thing. Then in global, the European Union Cybersecurity Work Program, that is 25 to 27, with an 390 million euros for AI, post-quantum crypto and infrastructure security. NCIPC and CERTIN in India manage infrastructure security through vulnerability programs, training, simulation, and incident responses. The UAE real estate firms like BMW Developments integrating cybersecurity into smart infrastructure planning. The global statistics is the global cybercrime impact projected to be $10.5 trillion by 2025. So $1 trillion. It's a huge, much like the budget of India, the annual budget of India. Say the cyber attackers are going to cause damages to that particular impact of cybercrimes. Over half of UK businesses affected by cyber attacks in the past 3 years, costing 64 billion yens. SMEs are hit hardest. So small and medium enterprises are the hardest to be hit. So the future trends and challenges. The trends are AI integration for proactive detection and predictive resilience, both a tool for defense and a vector for threats. It's what do you call it? Is a resilient system, more specifically we call them as versatile. It provides both defense and threats. Then quantum technology is enhancing cryptography and infrastructure defense. So that is EPB's quantum computer. Blockchain for data integrity across smart city systems. Security by design becoming normative. So that's a huge topic. Embedding defense from system inceptions. When you're building, as you've seen in the beginning of your smart structure, when they're building a bridge, building any structure, they are embedding that. Like that is called as security by design. Whenever you design a product, whenever you design infrastructure, whenever you design anything, from the step of creation, or we call it as design is the very first step of any structure or design. So we start security by design, become normative, that is mandated. Embedding defense from the system inception. These are the trends. The challenges is your legacy OT systems are often insecure and difficult to patch without disruption. Because currently we have some systems that are in place. And when new systems comes, they both have to coexist. So that is why it is the IT-OT overlap. So this is very crucial for you to understand. So now I'll just show this here. So this is the IT-OT response. Is visible? So this is your operational technology. OT stands for operational technology and IT stands for your infrastructure technologies. So as we have seen, as I've shown you in the previous, like the major challenge is IT-OT. The legacy OT needs to be connected with the IoT or smart structures. So the OT includes machinery, equipments and assets, monitoring systems and control systems. And IT is storage systems, computing technology, business applications, data analytics. So these are the layers, level 0, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4 and level 5. So these are the smart connected assets. Now, these are IoT enabled sensors, instrumentation, controls, assets and materials. Now here is where we're talking about your infrastructure kind of stuff. Then smart connected operations, IoT enabled production, quality, inventory maintenance. And then level 4 is IoT enabled business systems. The level 5 is IoT enabled governance and planning systems. Now it is going to connect with IoT enabled next gen systems. Now this again is going to be a hiccup. So this is going to be a bottleneck. So not a bottleneck. It's a huge gap needs to be addressed. So here is where whenever any new technology comes, earlier we were talking about IPv4, v6, right? So when we are talking about the depletion of IP addresses with the IPv4, they have formed up IPv6, and now we have IPv4, v6. Now, still now we have not migrated to IPv6. That's one thing. Certain systems will be abandoned in mid for interoperability kind of stuff. So new and old will coexist. Then second one is like complexity of interconnected systems, shortage of expertise, and resource constraints hamper resilience. Resilience, even cybersecurity is challenging. Cyber resilience is exponentially challenging because, and social engineering and human vulnerabilities remain critical weak points. So there will be a saying that who are all the attackers when you talk about the cybersecurity kind of stuff? They are well educated, very, very educated. What do you call? They are very smart. They call them decent, qualified persons. That's very pathetic. Now, here is the point where I talk about the ethical and philosophical point of your cyber stuff. So SMEs particularly struggle with implementation cost and complexity. So these kind of things can be borne by huge corporates, large systems, but small and medium enterprises cannot do. So that is again a limiting factor because there will be a digital divide. There will be not a digital divide. There will be a segment divide everywhere. Huge corporates, small and medium enterprises, and the low level micro segment segments. So they cannot definitely move to the systems. So then rapidly evolving cyber threats, including AI-enabled attacks, require continuous adaptation. So this is one challenge. So the key challenges in cyber security and cyber resilience in smart infrastructure is legacy and air-gapped systems, post-patching and integration risks. So that's one thing. Talent shortage, major workforce gaps hinder effective cybersecurity responses. Complexity and interdependency. So failures can cascade across systems because these smart structures, the smart infrastructures have no more than few hundred systems in them. One is connected with another. It's very chaotic. Chaotic in the sense that like one can create a cascading effect. Cascading means that like one happens, if you have a tile game, if you shake one tile, it will totally collapse the entire tile structure. So that's it. So the failures can cascade across systems, electricity loss, disrupt transports, etc. Now here, basically when you say in the current scenario, if I am in the teleconference, I have told you the previous session also, if I am running out of my power, if I don't have the internet connectivity, the game is gone today. This FTP session is gone today. So likewise, these are basic levels. With cyber sectors, this may go manifold, unimaginable. We have different dimensions. So then fragmented tooling increases inefficiency. More specifically here, platforms also, protocols also will be, the standardization and interoperability in protocols will also play a major role. So then you have fragmented tooling, increases inefficiency and hinder response quality. And the quantum threats, because as I told you, currently available cybersecurity systems cannot be compromised with the existing computing power. With quantum into the picture, they can, within seconds or within minutes, they'll be able to compromise, they'll be able to, bypass all passwords and kind of stuff. The digital systems will collapse in a single day. All your economy kind of stuff, everything will be at the stake. So that's a quantum threat. And supply chain vulnerabilities. Smart infrastructure often relies on third-party components with potential hidden risks. Here I told you like how it is going to be regulated, like in a country level, continent level, and global level. So that is again another challenge. So in conclusion, cybersecurity and resilience are foundations for the future of smart infrastructure, seeing water, energy, transportation, buildings, and urban systems. While transforming projects like Daphne, CyberShift Lab, and Smart Grid frameworks are advancing capabilities, systemic threats remain deeply rooted in legacy systems, talent shortage, and cascading decision. This is one major shortcome or gap, or more specifically the choking point. To secure this digital future, embed security from the start using secure by design as zero trust and predictive analytics. Modernize infrastructure proactively, replacing outdated systems and simulating resilience via digital tools. Again, here is again a question that like, what happens with the developed countries and what happens in an underdeveloped country? Whether that country will be able to fund of its annual budget for this. Enforce regulation and invest strategically, especially in undeserved regions where we foresee the dangers. And expand capacity building and talent pipelines globally. That is again a major problem. If projected by 2029, it is expected that like few million cybersecurity professionals needs to be in picture. Till now, we have not trained so many persons. Then smart global alignment and collaboration, fostering shared standards, intelligence, and operation protocols is very, very important. Smart infrastructure must be resilient by design and inclusive by governance. Only then they can foresee it in advanced sustainable development. So ensuring cybersecurity and resilience in smart infrastructure is non-optional as systems become increasingly interconnected and critical to societal functioning. So I'll just conclude by the key takeaways or the mind maps to adapt zero trust, AI-driven detection, automation, and PQC to future-proof systems. Update regulations and standards to mandate protection, threat reporting, and manufacturer responsibility. Address skill gaps through comprehensive training, partnerships, and workforce development. Simplify tool ecosystems while investing in cross-domain convergence, physical and cyber. Build in resilience, ability to withstand, response, and recover from disruptions. So that's it. I think I've finished in time. I have 3 more minutes. I'll be happy to take up any queries, and hope I've rushed and not missed anything. I think I've been specific. Yes, ma'am.
So the presentation was nicer. Participants, if you have any queries, you can ask.
So I've not covered this INISA and IRPF for lack of time. I'll provide the link of these things and things in your presentation and update and share with you.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir.
Hope was something you are able to note out, like what are the 3 things and 4 things, how they are interconnected. More specifically, security and resilience. Resilience is totally new, maybe for a few who are not in the tech update. No questions, ma'am?
Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir. Very good evening, sir.
Sir, what are the steps being taken by the government of India or leading industries to realize smart cities in India?
So I've shown you in this picture, sir, this particular slide I've shown you. So this is the thing with this particular link has, and these are the 10 companies who are already into the market. This I've shown you.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank
So this particular website has all the
roadmap. Yes, sir.
all policies, etc., etc. Everything is there.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Welcome, sir.